About the ecology. Okay, so in this ecology lecture we are going to study about the ecology, then what are the individual and species, and then what is ecosystem. So in ecosystem we have seen it very shortly in our previous lecture. So in this lecture we are going to study about ecosystem in detail, because there are a lot of questions coming from the ecosystem, so it is very important to study about the ecosystem. So components of an ecosystem. What are the components of an ecosystem? Then abiotic and biotic factors. Okay, abiotic and biotic components, which are going to study about that in lecture. So the term ecology was derived from the Greek words oikos, meaning home, and logos, meaning study. So to study of home, oikos meaning home and logos meaning study. So it is called the study of home of the organisms. Okay, so ecology is the branch of biology concerned with the relations of organisms to one another, like energy flow and mineral cycling, and to their physical surroundings. That means in ecology we are going to study about how are the energy cycles taking place, how are the nutrient cycle taking place. So this all we are going to study about that in this lesson. So ecology encompasses the study of individuals, then organisms, then populations, then community, then ecosystem, then biome and biosphere, which form the various levels of ecological organization. So individual and species. What are the individual and what are the species? So this is very important. Previously this questions had been asked, that the question was what are species, and they had given a definition. There were 2-3 definitions and you had to choose the definition. So remember, organism is an individual living being that has the ability to act or function independently. So individual can live independently, or an organism can live independently. But species are a group of living organisms. Remember, species are a group of living organisms consisting of similar individuals. This is very important. Similar individuals capable of exchanging genes or of interbreeding. Remember this. So species are a group of living organisms consisting of similar individuals capable of exchanging genes or of interbreeding. So Homo sapiens, like we are the Homo sapiens, right? So we are of same species. So Homo sapiens is a species. Okay, so they are considered as the basic unit of taxonomy and are denoted by Latin binomial. Okay, so this is Homo sapiens is a different species. So in this way, the species, it's a group of individuals which are capable of interbreeding or exchanging genes. Okay, for example, cats are capable of interbreeding among themselves and they can exchange genes, and similarly tigers, they are capable of interchanging species. They are capable of interchanging the genes, and they are capable of interbreeding. Okay, so that's why they are from different species. So this is the basic. So organisms are individual living beings, and species are the group of individuals which are capable of interbreeding and exchange of species, exchange of genes. So this is the basic definition of species. Remember, basic definition. This may be a question again in your exam, so don't forget it. Secondly, what is ecosystem? We have seen this ecosystem in our previous lesson very shortly, but now let's study it in detail. So the term ecosystem was coined by A.G. Tansley in 1935, and this was also a question. The question was, who discovered or who gave the term as ecosystem? So it was A.G. Tansley. A.G. Tansley, he coined the term ecosystem in 1935. So an ecosystem is a functional unit of nature encompassing complex interaction between its biotic, that is living, and abiotic, that is non-living components. For example, pond is a good example of ecosystem, or the other. For example, here we have seen in the ecosystem there are small fish which are eaten by the big fish, and again then the there are phytoplanktons first. The phytoplanktons are eaten by small fish, okay, and then after that the small fish are eaten by the big fish, okay. So in this way they are interdependent, okay, dependent on each other. So in an ecosystem we know that each and every animal, each and every organism is dependent on each other, isn't it? Now, which are the components of an ecosystem? So they are broadly grouped into abiotic and biotic components. Okay, abiotic and biotic components. So abiotic components are physical factors, okay, and inorganic substances and organic substances. So these are the abiotic components. So physical factors are like water, land, then air, then sunlight. So these are the physical factors, okay. Water, then land, then air, then sunlight, then inorganic substances, and then organic substances. So these are all the wind, then water, then atmosphere, then temperature, then soil. So these all contribute to become the abiotic factors. So these are the abiotic factors of ecosystem, remember. Then what are the biotic factors? Simple. The biotic factors are the factors which are the living beings and which interact with each other, okay. So in the biotic factors you will find there are other beings. For example, tree, it is also living being. Then rabbits, then here it is a carnivorous animal. Then the small insects, they all are living beings and they are dependent on each other for their survival. How? I'll tell you. For example, here is the autotrophs. Okay, autotrophs produce their food. The trees produce their food by photosynthesis. Okay, by photosynthesis, and these trees or the grass are eaten by the herbivores. Okay, so these are the herbivores, and this will eat the grass. Now what will happen? The herbivores will be eaten by the carnivores. Okay, the herbivores will be eaten by the carnivores, and again the carnivores will die, and they will be, after the death of the carnivores, they will be decomposed into the soil by the decomposers. Okay, so these are the small decomposers which will decompose the dead body of the living being. Okay, so they are at the last level of the trophic. Okay, so they are the last level of the trophic. Remember, this may be a question in our exam. Which biotic components are at the last level of the trophic? So it is the decomposers which are the last level of the trophic. The autotrophs are at the first level of the trophic. They are at the first level of the trophic, and decomposers, they are at the last level of the trophic. Now these all are interdependent on each other, and through them only the heat is transferred, the energy is transferred. Okay, how? So here remember, the autotrophs are the primary producers. Okay, autotrophs are the primary producers and they will produce energy. For example, they have produced energy 100 kilojoules. Okay, 100 kilojoules. And what will happen? Now when the herbivores will eat this grass or the tree, only 10% of the energy will be transferred to the herbivores. Okay, and after that, when the carnivores will eat the herbivores, what will happen? Again, then only the 10% of the energy which was received by the herbivores will be transferred to the carnivore. Okay, and again after the herbivores is dead, it will get decomposed, and again only the 10% of the energy will be transferred to the decomposers. So in this way the energy goes on decreasing. The energy goes on decreasing at every trophic level. So this is the first trophic level, this is the second trophic level, this is the third, and this is the fourth trophic level. Okay, so here it was 100, and after that only 10% of this 100 was transferred. Okay, again only 10% of this 10% of this 10%. Okay, so that means the carnivores and the decomposers, they receive less amount of energy, and the herbivores are the organisms which will receive more amount of energy when we compare the trophics. Okay, so this is all about the food or the energy chain. Okay, so food chain or the energy chain. So in the energy chain, the 10% rule works. Remember the 10% rule, that only the 10% of the amount of energy is transferred to the other trophic. Okay, so this is all about the ecology.